right, what's up, everybody?
Hello. How's it going, guys?
Well, just me, because people
Yeah.
can't really answer. But yeah, it's going good.
Okay.
Any announcements?
No, not really. Are there?
Well, I did learn how to edit sound better, so you're gonna, be getting better quality audio on our videos and on Spotify.
The content is still gonna be shitty though.
Yeah. So to our
Brace
two or
for
three
that.
listeners, you're welcome.
And just a little disclaimer: we are two adults that know nothing about life. Our opinions don't mean anything and shouldn't be taken into consideration for any decision.
They shouldn't be taken too seriously.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good disclaimer, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Some adult language may be included in this podcast, so
I'm sorry.
dude. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna fucking bleep it.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Yeah, it was an unnecessary swear word.
Yeah.
So I want
Because
to
our
ask you,
swear words have meaning. They have depth behind them.
I have nothing against people that use swear words properly.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
no,
there's
I get
nothing
it.
wrong with that.
Yeah. Just swearing for the sake of swearing, that's where kind of cheesy.
Well, it just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Tell me.
Is there a difference between an awkward moment and an embarrassing moment? Or
Yes.
where is the difference?
So awkward moment is awkward for everyone. Embarrassing is only for you. So
But have you ever been in a situation where you're embarrassed for that person? It's like, oh shit.
I mean, yeah, but it's still embarrassing for them. It's so embarrassing that it starts to like trickle down on you, but
Right.
it's still like you're just
He's
like
still the
oh.
pimp of the
Yeah.
embarrassment.
It happens in. Have you ever seen it like happen in like when you're watching a movie or something?
Yeah.
When
When
something
it happens to someone in the movie,
yeah, to
and
the
you're-
character, and you're
and
like
you cringe.
cringy, yeah, and it's like, oh come on, that no,
Yeah, like don't do it, guy, and then he does it. Yeah.
So by the way, today's episode is about some of our embarrassing moments.
Yeah. And I want to say it's going to be part one, and not because next week, it's not exactly like we're going to have a part two next week, but it's going to end up happening. I mean, just awkward things will never stop happening to us.
We do enough stupid shit that we can have
Yeah.
enough of these. There's a lot of embarrassing moments in my life. To the point where I'm almost immune to some of it, I guess.
Is it not embarrassing anymore?
Yeah,
like
it's
certain
just-
things.
I think you just stopped giving a fuck. But when I was little, I remember being embarrassed by a lot of this shit.
Do you want to start?
Sure. Okay, so my first one is when I was younger.
Okay.
No, like super little, I guess.
Can you say the age, or
Yeah,
is that
I was
something
like
you
sixth
don't want
grade or seventh grade or
Okay.
like
What's-
12, 13 years old or whatever.
Okay.
I was in class.
That's
That's what I
a
remember.
shitty ass age.
Yeah,
to be,
because
dude.
everything is embarrassing,
Yeah.
That's why I have it so like in my mind. We were in class, right? And I needed to fart. And I had already farted during the day. They weren't smelly or anything. And I was, you know what? I'm gonna throw the dice. Nothing's gonna happen. We weren't even like in lecture point of the class.
Wait,
Everyone
but
was like doing their
was
work.
everything like super quiet?
No,
or was
exactly.
it-
Everyone was like working on shit.
Oh, okay, so there was like background noise.
yeah, I had like everything measured.
Right.
There was enough noise. My farts didn't smell that day. It was a nice day. Everything was great, right? So I started to fart, and just in that moment, everyone just silence for some reason or another. And so it started, but that wasn't even I wouldn't have minded that I just farted, but I got so nervous that my sphincter like closed, and so the pressure made like the fart go several notes up. So it started like a and so there were so where I was sitting, there were two girls that were in front of me. People from the back must have also like turned their heads or whatever. But the two girls, they turned
like-
around and they're like, "What the fuck?" It's like I can't like really.
What did you do?
I'm like,
what's
no,
me, man?
I just turned my head. I was like, what's going on? Like, oh my god, this no. And
I can imagine you
Yeah.
being like that Travolta meme when he's in Pulp Fiction. He's going like,
exactly. And I got this feeling like where I was gonna burn up from the embarrassment, like
Yeah.
actual, like heat from my nervousness that
Did
it
you
was
get like a panic
warm.
attack?
No, not really, but I was just like really, really warm and nervous. But I mean, the two chicks were cool about it, which I didn't expect. I thought they were
Right.
gonna start that ew, nah, he farted, man thing, but no, they were like,
They're like, haha,
sucks to
okay.
be you, and they
Yeah.
just kept on working, and everyone else was like, nothing really. So it wasn't that like haha moment embarrassment. It was just like self-awareness embarrassment. So they were cool about it. I
Okay.
respect those chicks.
Nice.
They're good friends, by the way. So
So mine, it wasn't that long ago. So it was I don't know, a few years ago, I guess. I was on a trip, and I'd gone to Europe, and every time, whenever when you're really jet lagged, your digestive system doesn't really work very well.
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever I travel, it's usually a while before I can actually go to the bathroom. You know what I mean?
Twosies.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not like I'm going to wait 3 days to piss.
I don't know. Everybody's body works differently, I guess.
Twosies.
Twosies.
So I had been there, I think, for just like a day or something, and I had just gotten back to the hotel, and all of a sudden I get like that, and I was like, that's fantastic. It's like, yes, number two's
The
calling.
rumble in the jungle.
I never heard that one before, by the way, but yes, exactly that. So I go into the bathroom, everything gets taken care of, everything's good. I flush it, I wash my hands. At that exact time, my girlfriend enters the room, and she's like, "Hey, hurry up, because I have to pee." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I'm walking out of the bathroom, and you know how you have to do that last look before you leave? It's like, I just want to make sure everything's. And it was still there. I was like, what? I thought I flushed it. And I was like, whatever. So I flush again, and I'm about to walk out, and I look again, and it was like, shit, it's not there. It's still there. It's not gone. And I was like, fuck.
Persistent shit.
Yeah, and outside the bathroom, like, hurry up, I have to pee. I was like, yeah, that's going to have to wait. Like, you're going to have to go down to the lobby or something.
Wait, do you not poop in front of your girlfriend? Or did you not poop in front of your girlfriend?
With closed doors, yeah.
But not like...
No,
in
dude, you got no, you have to, no.
maybe that's just a married thing, I
Wait,
guess.
where'd I put my coffee?
I don't know. Oh, there it is.
Here it is. No, of course not. You have to close the door. What do you guys think?
No, man, you gotta...
I'm a closed door pooper.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
So it wouldn't go. And it was like, so we called the front desk, and we were like, yeah, we have a problem with the toilet. They're like, sure, we're going to send someone right up. And they were like, I don't know if we can find someone to go up, because it was like Friday afternoon or whatever. And apparently plumbers don't work on Friday afternoons in Denmark or whatever.
No one works in Denmark.
Yeah, they do.
In the Friday afternoon, I mean.
But who do you think they sent up to look at the toilet? The hotel?
I don't know, the maid or something?
No, the hotel general manager, dude. Like this, yeah, like a guy in his mid-40s wearing a suit and tie, clean shaven, and he's like, "Yeah, we heard you got a problem with the toilet." And I'm like, "Sure, but why what are you gonna do about it?" He's like, "Can I?" I'm like, "I guess." So we go into the bathroom, and we're looking at it, and he's like, "Okay," so we're flushing at it, looking at it, and after about 4 or 5 flushes, he just goes like, "Okay, so from what I see, the water's not strong enough to like take it." And I was like, no shit.
Literally.
Yeah, I concur. Of course it's not strong enough. And he's like, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about it, because we don't have plumbers. And I was like, well, like, what the hell? And we kept looking at it after a while, and I was like, dude, nothing's gonna change. Like, if he kept on flushing it, nothing. Like, the water would go, and it would go at like a normal speed.
Wait, was there like a lot of like toilet paper?
No, absolutely. It was like, oh, by the way, I'm sorry I have to say this, but it's important for the story. This was like the most normal poop you had ever seen. Okay, so it wasn't like wasn't
overly big.
Not at all. Like it was like, I don't know. It was your poster boy poop. You know what I mean?
A healthy poster boy
young
poop. Very well. By the way, people who throw the toilet paper in the trash can make me sick, and they should go to jail.
If it's like, yeah.
Yeah, if it's used, throw it in the fucking
yeah.
toilet, man.
Flush it
Don't
down.
be that guy.
Flush it down. If it's brown, flush it down.
That's right. Anyways, you were saying.
So yeah, I'm with this guy who I've never met in my entire life, looking at my poop, and we're describing it. After about 5 minutes, he just came to the conclusion, like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just give you a new room and, whatever.
Were you embarrassed at the moment? Like during that time?
I think I was more embarrassed. I think I was more embarrassed after he left.
Okay.
So at the time, it was like
when you revisited everything.
Yeah,
in your mind,
I was thinking about what just happened, and I was like, what the fuck? Because I knew that afterwards, whenever we left to go for dinner or something, we were going to walk by the hotel lobby, and it was going to be everybody was like, that's the poop guy. Because, if you're the hotel manager and you had to go up and take care of that, there is 0% chance that he came back down and kept his mouth shut.
That is true.
That
is so true.
He had to tell somebody, So, it was just embarrassing right after it happened.
Poor guy.
And then, there's two sides to every story. I wonder what he had to tell. What did he tell his friends? Or
he was at the bar that night being like, oh man, today there was this persistent poop. I just couldn't flush it down, and we had to change his room, and we had to wait for him. No, man, that fucking sucks for him.
It would be funny if that was the last drop before he quit his job. It's like and that's enough. I'm fucking done with this hotel. I'm out of here.
No, but he could have just gone there, said, you know what, we're changing rooms. We don't have a plumber. He didn't have to
fidget with the poop and see what makes you think that after myself flushing it that your finger
exactly.
Are you that good at flushing? You know what I mean?
That's the definition of insanity, right?
Yeah.
Doing the same thing
I've got
expecting different results.
I actually have another poop story. I don't know if you want.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, you want. It's
not more poop stories. Everything embarrassing is toilet related.
I'm going to change things up a bit.
Okay.
And this didn't happen to me, and I don't know who it happened to, but I heard this story. Not too long ago, and I'm not trying to protect anybody. I literally cannot remember who it was, but it is.
Wait, if it was me, that'd be very.
It's not you. Okay. It's not you. No. But it's a great story. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell it.
Okay, so apparently we're going to change the subject to Tales of the Toilet, episode 1, I guess.
Tales from the poop. So this is, I don't know, I don't want to call it an urban legend because I think this is true. And then I'm going to tell you why I think it's true.
Okay.
Because I had something similar. Not similar in, you guys are going to get it. So it's this guy, he's at his girlfriend's house, okay?
It all starts there.
Yeah, and he's got to go into the bathroom. Totally normal. I don't know if it was 1 or 2 that he had to do, but it doesn't really matter at the time. So he opens the door, and his mother-in-law is sitting on the toilet taking a crap. Okay? But wait, there's more.
Oh, man.
So I guess he got into this fight or flight kind of thing. So instead of just saying shit, sorry, close the door and get out of there and never come back again, he actually walks in and he greets her. He kisses her on the cheek while she is sitting on the toilet.
Urban legend. No, there's no way.
This happened.
There's no way, man. No.
I remember when they were telling me about this. This happened.
There's no way. There's no way, man.
But what do you do? Seriously.
No, you just close the door and say sorry and close the door immediately.
A similar thing happened to me, but it wasn't a mother-in-law and she wasn't pooping.
Okay, something similar happened to me.
So wait a minute.
Yeah, it wasn't a mother-in-law either.
Here's why I think it might be true. Because you get that fight or flight impulse. And dude, everybody responds in a different way. So my first semester in college, I think, I was coming back to my dorm. I opened the door, normal. And I kind of open it, and this girl, she's naked, and she's with my roommate on his bed, and they go like, whoa, she's completely naked. What I should have done was say, shit, sorry, leave. But no, I didn't know. I was like, fuck, what do I do? So I walked in. I was like, I acted like, I was like, oh, sorry. But I still walked in anyway. I went to my desk, grabbed whatever I was going to get, and like, all right, see you later. And I walked out and I was like, I'm an idiot. What the fuck? And then afterwards, I see my roommate and I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you had someone in here. And he's like, no, dude, I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, should we just forget about the whole thing? He was like, yeah.
Why would he be sorry? It's like,
I don't know.
Oh, I made you look at
No.
naked ladies.
No,
What the
I
fuck,
guess I guess what he was trying to say is he
I'm
said
sorry,
like
I did
sorry,
put like the sock on the
yeah,
door or whatever.
sorry I didn't give you a heads up.
Did I put you in that position? Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then I thought about it and I was like, why the fuck did I walk in? Like it makes no sense at all.
That makes no sense at all.
'Cause I didn't even-
But you don't go and say hi to the mother-in-law
No,
and like
but
hug her or whatever.
But maybe
no.
but he greeted her. Maybe he hadn't seen her. Like he just he
Yeah, maybe it
visiting
was
the
just
house
like
and-
a hey, like too long.
So that is why
You think it's true?
I was like, it might. Like if that's what you're used to doing.
I mean, yeah, something similar happened to me. There was, so this lady was giving breast milk to her child, right?
Okay. Breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding. There, I couldn't get the word in my head. So she was breastfeeding, right? But she wasn't breastfeeding like with the little thing or whatever. She was just
Au natural.
all natural. And I walk in and I'm like, oh, boo, and I walk the other way. And then she put the thing on,
Wait, where was this?
and it was an aunt.
Yeah, but where
At her house.
at
Like
her
I was
house.
with
Okay,
my
okay,
cousins
okay.
playing video games downstairs, and I went up and I'm like, oh fuck this. I'm
And you
out.
left.
Yeah, and
You didn't fight. You used flight.
flights exactly. So that's why. But I can get someone like if she wasn't like fully disclosed, and then she put like the thing over, I can get someone like going to say hi anyways.
Yeah, because like what else?
But-
After you've seen that, you can't see any more because you've already seen. It's like
I don't know. It's still
it's kind of like a double Jeopardy thing. Like if you already did the time,
might as well do the crime, I guess.
they can't bust you for the crime twice if you already did the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense.
You have no idea why the fuck you did it, but that's just what your body's response to the situation or to the stress was. It was like, fuck it, just do it.
No, yeah, and that's what makes an embarrassing situation worse usually, like not responding appropriately. Because shit happens to everyone, but if you respond appropriately, it doesn't turn into an embarrassing situation.
Right,
It
right.
turns into an embarrassing situation once you respond like a jackass, stupidly, or
Yeah, I think. Well, now, so
so.
in order
Okay,
to avoid that, are you suggesting that we own it whenever you like fuck up?
well, no, because that's my embarrassing situation. Okay, here.
Oh, is that embarrassing situation
number
volume?
2.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it was at my wedding.
Is there going to be poop?
No
Nope.
poop. No poop at all. It was at my wedding, and to this day, my family still makes fun of me for that. Right?
Okay.
So I was kind of drunk at my wedding.
Yeah.
Perfectly
Hey.
normal.
Yeah.
And I, saying hi to people and whatever. And there's this couple of friends, a couple that's very good friends with my parents. And because they're very good friends with my parents, I'm kind of friends with their son, right? So I'm like there, and there's so much, there's such a good relationship that I thought the son was also gonna be invited
Right.
because he's my age. We had play dates when we were young and whatever, and I go up to them, I say hi to them, and I'm like, oh, where's this guy? Where's your son? And they're like, you didn't invite him. And so doing on your point where you should like own up to it, I did, but I doubled down. I'm like, oh yeah, I invited them. I invited him. I'm like,
And did they challenge you, or they're like,
"Oh,
actually, no,
yeah,
you didn't.
exactly. And my parents were just like, you're drunk, just don't.
Like,
just-
what-
but I
what-
wouldn't
I-
let it die
I
because
can-
I was drunk. So I'm like, no, yeah, I'm sure. Mom, what's going on? It's like, did you send the invitation?
Isn't that like-
Oh my God, it was so fucking embarrassing now that I think of it. It's like, it still haunts me till this day.
That reminds me of the face everybody makes whenever your credit card gets gets rejected. You're like, you're acting like you don't know why and shit. It's like,
what?
the fuck?
Exactly.
You well know it's max the fuck out. It's just like,
And I remember their faces, both of their faces, just like we get it. You didn't have to invite him.
I can
But,
totally
just let
imagine-
it go. And I'm like, I wouldn't let it go. I'm like, no. I swear to God, I invited him. I sent him the invitation. I wrote it down myself, fucking signed it and shit. And Mom, why didn't he get the invitation? And everyone's just like, just let it go.
yeah, I can imagine your family like, dude, cut it. And you're like, I'm gonna fucking sue that mail service because I fucking sent that out.
It was cringy as fuck. That was one of my most embarrassing moments recently, I guess.
And I mean, there's going to be a ton more. I was thinking about these because we were talking a couple of days ago. We were on the
Yeah.
phone. And we were like, okay, let's do embarrassing moments. and I couldn't come up with any. And I was like, shit, dude, my life has been like a big collection of embarrassing moments. So I was like, I mean, I'm going to find more. And that's why we were saying we're going to name this part 1 not because we're going to do a part 2 next week or in, a couple of weeks, but there will be a part 2 someday because, I mean, they're just
there's just going to start popping up. And once I think of them, I'll write them down. And I thought about like another 4.
Oh, by the way, a couple of them, I'm going to take some of these things to the grave.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I might, that series
it's
on...
between me, that girl, and that dog. And it's staying that way. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, there's no way some of these are coming out. Yeah.
Unless you do a video kind of like that Netflix series where no one sees the video until you're dead. So you'll record the video... And
like
once you die, it's like,
they'd show it to people.
One of those things that starts with like, if you're seeing this, I'm dead. And then you start giving out all these stories.
No.
How many do you have
the point of taking it to the grave is that no one knows.
Do you have it like a lot of those, or is it just like 1 or 2 that you're like, fuck, I will never, like, no matter what happens, I will never say?
There's several.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like 4 that I thought of just for this.
Yeah.
So
and you were like, no, it's not worth embarrassing myself.
Yeah, no. And other people. Because I don't want them to relive it. Like it's not even like no one will know who they are. Yeah. It's like I just don't want them to relive what my fucking stupidity did. It's like too embarrassing, man.
Yeah. And that's the thing with stories is they usually involve a lot of people that are close.
Yeah.
And just even if you don't say any names, just the context of it.
Oh, of
I
course.
mean, people are gonna know. So it's like, fuck. In fact, I'm gonna send a message to my old roommate in college, and I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm just gonna send him the link, and I'm gonna be like, listen to minute such and such of this, and I'm sure he'll
appreciate it.
He'll get a bit of a laugh. And I stalked the girl on Facebook last night, and I saw her. Yeah. I'm not gonna say what her name was, but yeah, I saw her tits.
Hashtag send nudes. Don't need them. Already seen it.
Any more embarrassing stories, or do you want to save some?
No, I think we'll save some. We don't have time anymore. Okay. Let's just do the meme of the week, I guess. And
cool.
Then meme of the week. We're gonna have an intro coming soon.
We need to have like a theme song for meme of the week.
Fucking an animation and fucking 3D.
Sounds good. What do you got?
Okay, so my meme of the week. Wait, let me find it. Do yours first, because I'm gonna.
Okay, so I'll show you mine, and here you go.
That's fucking good.
I thought it wasn't gonna be funny. You were just looking at it. I was like, "Motherfucker, laugh!"
I had to get to the punchline.
Yeah, no, it gave me a pretty good laugh.
Yeah, so for people who can't see them, go on our Instagram. You'll see it there, and it's like, can I borrow this shirt, Dad? And it's like this fucking Hawaiian weird shirt. It's the do not fucking touch that. I'm taking your mother to Chili's tonight. And
what do you got?
Okay, so this one.
We can't do it.
Yeah,
but you have a plan B.
I think I do. Wait, let me just. Is it that bad?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Let's. Shit. No, I don't have a plan B. No, here, this one.
All right. Yeah, I've definitely been in that situation. For sure. And it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard as fuck.
If you are not watching again, this is a meme of a couple of Chihuahuas, and it says, me trying to avoid eye contact with the crackhead at the gas station. Did you find this in a particular place so we can give credit to him, or?
No, just fucking internet in general.
I got mine from Shithead Steve. He's got some pretty cool memes, so go ahead and follow him on Instagram. All right, cool. So if you want to see those memes, you are going to have to either watch us on YouTube or go to our Instagram, which is handle @thehalfhour. We're going to have it right here on the screen. If you are just listening on Spotify, we remind you again, you can watch us on YouTube. New episodes go up every Thursday.
Yeah. So watch us, hear us, or whatever, and fucking
By the way,
comment and shit. We need your fucking input, and we need to know what you think and what you want us to talk about. I mean, whatever.
If anybody knows anything about the story of the mother-in-law, please do tell, because I know it had to happen.
Yeah.
I know it happened out there. Please don't use names because for obvious reasons, but I think it did happen. I really think it did.
And we want to do for the next episode, not the next episode, but for future episodes,
for the next awkward moments episode.
Well, I want to include like viewer awkward moments or embarrassing moments.
Oh,
so please give us some of those, and we'll include those.
Yeah, we'd really like to feature some of your awkward moments.
Yeah, we'll make fun of you. Not really make fun of you.
In a fun, loving kind of way.
In a fucky kind of way. I guess.
What the hell? So thank you again for listening, watching. Yeah. You want to do the credits?
What, like dance?
No. We have to credit Randy Cornish
of
for
course.
the fantastic
I'm
original
like,
music.
what? I'm gonna do the outro scene? Like, no, yeah. Thanks, Rennie, for the intro music. Thank you.
It's the outro music as well.
Outro. Oh,
yeah.
So for all the music in our show, it's probably gonna be Rennie's anyway. So for music in general, the gift of life, and to my mom, thank you. I guess. No.
Take it away. I don't know.
My wife for supporting me. Oh man, I would be so good at getting an Oscar. It's like,
shit.
No, thank you, people.
Another episode.
Yeah, Rennie and Rudy for sound.
He's not on the sound anymore.
Oh, fuck you, Rudy. Then. Fuck you, guy.
No, we love you, man. All right, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.